and we very much support that regulation. I mean, it's quite weird coming into the industry. We actually, as estate agents, we have to be regulated, although we don't
estate agents, that's right, yeah.
But we don't handle any money.
That's right.
As a letting agent, I take over £1 million in people's rental income, and I don't have to be regulated at all.
I don't
understand why that's the case. I actually closed the speech at the NOUS conference, and now through our local MP we're really pushing that. So it's nice that obviously everyone in the industry now, they don't realise that we want to be regulated.
Well, now it is. I think the biggest problem is that you've got 3,000 or 4,000 letting agents that aren't regulated, and dare I say it, not all of them. You know, some of them are good agents and they don't want to belong to an association or regulation or redress for whatever reason. But there's some very dodgy agents that we've come across. I mean, we've dealt with dozens of cases over the course of years where we've pursued letting agents on behalf of landlords, because the three biggest complaints you have on a letting agent is they've nicked my rent, they haven't protected my deposit, or I've paid for a management service and a let-only service. And we get recommended calls from the property ombudsman. Actually, next week I'm actually going to do some training with their staff, the ombudsman staff. It's a big problem because we've been involved in cases where, as you know, we do a lot of stuff in the press and a lot of expose stuff. We've been involved in some dodgy letting agents that have not even had a client account. I mean, the biggest problem we have, a lot of these agents, they don't have client protection insurance in place. So if they do go skimp, the landlord or the tenant is not protected, and it's very easy for a letting agent to dip in to the landlord's money if they're having a bad month for cash flow. And of course what we found, they dig a bigger hole and they can't get out of it. The biggest problem that I have is enforcement and the police to act. We had one scenario years ago where we knew of about 10 different victims for not far from our office in North London. We gave all the details to the police of landlords and tenants that wants to give witness statements and get police numbers, and the police did nothing. And that's the biggest problem, because they won't do anything unless it's a big fraud, a big multiple fraud. So if an agent nicks 50, 100 grand, to them it's not big money, so they won't act, and it's about police resource.
Well, they haven't got the resources.
But they haven't got the resources, especially in London.
And they can't prove
later.
it. But the frustration.